Here we are at the Miami International Auto Show and we are greeted with the Shelby GT500. Everybody's talking about this beast. Look at that. It just looks so menacing up front. It is just a crazy looking machine. This thing is a screamer. I really like it. At first glance in the photographs, it didn't look so special, but seeing it in person, it's nice. It's muscular. It's thick. It's a cool American muscle car, V8. I like the touches that they've done. A lot more aggression compared to the GT350. But if we have a look around, we've got so many brands here. There's so much to see. It is just massive. And now we're going to take a walk and check out every other vehicle that's worth mentioning right now. So as you know, we've got the Ford here. A lot of people are passionate about Ford. It's the first car manufacturer in the world, Ford. We have it. Right now we've got Toyota on our right. So some sort of prototype vehicle, a Corolla with titanium exhaust tips, different wheels, completely modified, matte grey, 2019 Corolla hatchback muscle car. With the all-new Camry. Then the Supra, which we're all familiar with. As you guys have seen, we have reviewed the latest Supra 2020. It's a pretty cool car, fun to look at, fun to drive. It is more BMW, as we all say, and a lot of people have been saying that. But nevertheless, it's still a Toyota, it's still a Supra, but the new GR Toyota Heritage Edition that they just released for SEMA. Oh god, that looks stunning. It looks and represents the old original Mark IV Supra. But right now, you can see electric cars are taking over. So we've got Mazda there in the corner. So this is the Mazda 3 TCR. Obviously a prototype race car. Now we've got GMC, more SUV madness. They're all huge. This is a Sierra 1500 Denali. It's massive again. Another huge thing. Sierra AT4. Let's check out the interior on these things. Pretty bare bone in a way, but still luxurious. It's got leather seats. But one thing's for sure, I see all these cars everywhere. Cars that are this size, the SUVs here, the trucks. And man, nobody ever uses these trays. I've never seen one filled up at all, whatsoever. It's just an SUV and truck craze. Everyone has to have one, everyone has to drive one. But they don't necessarily use it for work. These things are bigger than anything that you find in Australia or anywhere else in the world. Especially Europe, where every other car is so petite, so small. The main car being driven around Europe are the Fiat 500s, aka as the Bambinos. We've also got Buick here. These are smaller SUVs, so they don't have anything too big. I think the biggest Buick is that's just sitting right there. Then we've got Ram. Ram make some of the biggest trucks. But before that, the biggest truck I've seen ever, you're gonna freak out. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And what is a Ram compared to that? Look at this thing. It is just huge. So it's a 2020 Ford Super Duty. So F350, 6.7 litre V8. Look at that. That is massive. That's practically just as big as a small 2 to 4 ton truck in Australia. We've got normal sized utes. Well, what we call a ute, they still call them a truck here. But we're in Miami. We're at the International Auto Show, which is pretty obvious. But I love Miami. I love it. It's a city that's all about the tropical weather, nice cars, fast cars, everything, nightlife. It is just fun, and it's a dream to be back here again, and this time filming at the International Auto Show. But now we're at the Ram stand, and as you can see, they are big trucks. Look at that. They are massive. And they get smaller, so we started with the bigger one, and now we're down here to the smaller one. But they are a cool truck. The Dodge SRT 4-wheel drive. Look at that. It comes with cool looking stripes. And this thing here, the Durango RT Blacktop RWD rear wheel drive, I think. I'm not sure if that's what it stands for, but it's kind of cool. That's the interior. So we've got all these blue highlights, blue LED lights shining everywhere. It's kind of cool. I like that. Then the Challenger. And now the Challenger SRT Hellcat Red Eye. I love these cars. I love that supercharger. The wine that these cars produce is just unbelievable. It's intoxicating. Dodge is cool. I do love the Demon. That is my most favorite Dodge ever made. Oh, not to mention a Viper as well. That's such a cool car. Then we've got more 4-wheel drives. Talking about Fiat, we spoke about Fiat before. And here we are. We now have Fiat. And what Fiat is thinking of doing is actually deleting the 500 and the Abarth. So they're going to become quite rare in the future, so they're going to stop producing them. But for now, that's the stand, and I do not see a 500 Fiat there. But here we are at Chevrolet with the Corvette C8. Look at this, 495 horsepower, 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds, 8-speed, DSG. This thing is quick. Look at it, it still looks like a Ferrari or Lamborghini. It's got that cool shape to it. In person it looks a lot better, but in my personal opinion, the Roadster convertible version there in the background looks a lot more stunning, a lot better, more attractive. Now this is the most anticipated, hyped up car right now in 2019, the all-new 2020 Corvette C8. And this is the convertible, 495 horsepower, 8-speed automatic gearbox, 0 to 60 in only 2.9 seconds. And it's cheap. They start at $60,000 US for the coupe version. This convertible, possibly add another 10% on top, and it looks stunning in person. It's got Ferrari speed, Lamborghini performance, or at less than a third of their price. And it still looks sensational in person. That interior really looks good. And here we have a Camaro. They're more bigger trucks. Silverado. Look at that thing. That is big. So they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just crazy. Then we've got all the classic cars here in the background, which are cool. We always love classic cars. But talking about trucks, none of these trucks are real trucks until you approach the far corner here at Chevrolet, and there you go, we've got a real truck. It's actually got a massive metal tray on the back. Now this is a real truck. Not that. To me, I still call that a ute. It's a utility vehicle. Commercial vehicle, obviously. Look how big they are. They're big. Actually, instead of just walking around them, we should jump into one. So this is a 2500 HD. Wow, to step in, look at that. It's got wood grain, leather seats, leather interior, massive dashboard. It's a heaps big center console. Electronic display. Actually, it looks exactly like the Camaro, so they've carried that over, just that center bit. The steering wheel, it's such a comfortable car to be in. So big, you sit so high up. This is exciting. 5-seater. Throw the kids at the back. Throw the work buddies at the back. And then you've got side steps to get down. Now this is a tough car to control. Believe me, it is big. It is very big. Look at that. That's a cannon. Even my Skyline never had an exhaust that big. But yeah, there's so many cars. Basically, as far as the eye can see, it's a massive hall here. We're at the Miami Beach Convention Center and it's just big. But plenty of cars, so plenty to see here on display. But one thing, we have the world's smallest vacuum. Yep, that's right, as seen on TV. Or QVC, whatever that is. We've got the DeLorean here. We're greeted by that. Wait. Memory lane. Perfect. There's a Pantera. That looks so cool in blue. A Mustang. Oh, look at this corner here. All the exotic cars. Yes. Lamborghini Huracan. The 488. Got a 996 that's race ready, it seems. Another 996. (991) big wing. This one here for the paint finish, or just decals. Ferrari Portofino. Oh, the G550 4x4 squared. That's it, I'm loving all these exotics. Now I've got a Dragster. Look at that, there's a parachute, there's those big tires, massive engine, haha, and tiny front end tires. More modified cars, American Muscle, modified. Remember, the culture here is all about that American V8 muscle. We all love V8s. It's all about that muscle car. Americans have always built some of the best muscle cars in the world. Us Australians, we've got some good stuff, but the stuff that they have here, come on guys, like the Dodge or the drag speed, unbelievable. We're talking about 9.5 second quarter mile cars, stock standard, out of the factory, out of the box. That is different. So we've got the 2020 Range Rover Sport just over here in white with the black roof. That two-tone looks pretty good, completely optioned up. Actually it looks so slammed to the ground, and it's got a whole heap of people all around it. And here we've got the Range Rover. That's an EV car. It's a hybrid car, pretty cool. We've got Jaguar over here. Okay, so this is the all-new I-Pace, electronic engine. Looks pretty cool in person. It's quite small. I was expecting this to be more of an SUV, but it's like a hatchback crossed with an SUV. It's not so high, it's quite short, it's low. It's quite neat. And here we have the SVI F-Pace. It looks rough. Look at that interior colour, the design, the Q stitching on the center seats. I like it in this blue. Seems kind of comfy, roomy. It's not bad. Also has carbon fiber. Cool. Now we've got Lexus over there with the RCF. Now that's a beast of a car. It's got black carbon fiber bonnet, black carbon fiber rear spoiler. It's got 3.96 seconds 0 to 60. We've got Alfa Romeo just here behind us. There is a lot of cars. So we've got Lexus, we've got Acura, we've even got Porsche. So Porsche have brought the latest Cayenne, which is, it's been released, and the latest Macan as well, the latest shape. As you can see, this is the e-hybrid Cayenne, the latest shape, and this is the Macan, the updated, revised, and the 992 911 Carrera S, which is a cool car. We've got the 718 Cayman GTS, then we've got the latest Panamera, which is a revised, and it is a bigger car. So much for being a wagon. It's not as much of a wagon look as the old one, so the previous generation. Now it's looking more like a sedan with that slant at the back to follow the 911. So we're coming up to Lincoln, and Lincoln have all of these cars on display. Not too familiar with Lincoln at all, but I do know that they have luxurious looking SUVs and road going cars. So we can have a look at the interior of this car here. You can see it's quite futuristic, like they've kept up to date. They're not really outdated like how some of the other American cars seem to be, so plastic and so outdated. We just reviewed the Camaro Z01 and I wasn't too happy with the finishing and the quality, but it's different. And here we have the Honda 2019 Civic Type R. It's revised, so it's a 4-cylinder turbo, 2-litre, 306 horsepower. It now has 20-inch rims, also with Brembo brake calipers, and it's got a cool looking interior. And being the Civic Type R, it's also got the dual spoilers here at the rear with the iconic triple exhaust there. It's got a carbon fiber looking rear diffuser, although I'm not too sure if that's real. The front's also got the same, but the interior looks pretty phenomenal for what it is. It's pretty futuristic in the way it looks, and it's typical Honda. It's a Type R. Another favorite right now is a Nissan GT-R Nismo, the latest brand new shape here, the 2020 upgrade. That looks spectacular in person. It is a very fat looking vehicle. The front end is just menacing. This is a cool machine. Wouldn't mind driving one of these once we can, but yeah, it just looks awesome. There's a whole new spoiler there, completely different. It's all carbon fiber, and it's got a carbon fiber rear diffuser and exhaust tips that are titanium, and possibly the largest exhaust tips I've ever seen on a stock standard car. It looks really, really good. It's slightly wider than the standard car, so they've improved the aerodynamics, they've given it more power. This thing is ready to launch. Wouldn't mind driving it. Can't wait to get this onto the street. And right next door we've got the 370Z 50th anniversary. So they've got a special emblem here. It's got red rings around the rims, so little touches there. Black bonnet, slightly different, kind of revised, but personally I'd say it's time that they give us a new shape. 370Z has to upgrade. But if you have a look at the interior, there's a bit of Alcantara as well, Recaro style of seats with a red pattern on the inside. Yeah, some Alcantara there. Neat little touches, but we've always seen these same little touches here and there, so it's nothing too unique, nothing too special. But this is a Nissan stand, so there's a few commuter vehicles, a lot of SUVs. What I've noticed is in this auto show there are heaps of SUVs. So here we are at Volkswagen now. We've got some cool cars in the background. As you can see, there's some cool cars here at Volkswagen. Wait. Hold up. This thing, the Volkswagen Golf GTI, can be ordered in this Golf confetti bunny wrap. It's a rabbit wrap. Look up close. You can see all the little rabbits. And according to this, the 2019 Golf GTI Rabbit confetti concept can be ordered this way with the 19-inch rims, that is ridiculous. You know what? If I could, I possibly would get this. I would order this car and drive it around the streets like this, looking like this, because I can imagine how much attention a Golf wrapped with little rabbits everywhere will receive. What a neat trick, Volkswagen. But I think this is only subject to, possibly only for the US, no other country. So Australia, you're not going to be getting that. But yeah, as you can see, we've got heaps of Volkswagens here. We've got Ford in the background. There's so many cars. I really do like the Shelby GT500. That's possibly my favorite car here at the show. And the Corvette C8. Oh, that looks spectacular in person. I didn't ever expect it to look that crash hot. And it does. So it pretty much has that Ferrari look, Lamborghini look as well. But for a third of the price, you can't say no. But if you have a look at it here, we're in Miami at the International Auto Show. Spectacular event. Heaps of cars, heaps of marks, and it's pretty much an awesome place to be. It's the US. There's always mad things to see and do in terms of the car world, automobiles. It is just special, more unique. There's a lot more variety. There's a lot more cars that you get here that you don't get anywhere else in the world, especially the American built cars, especially this muscle car here. I like it. That's a cool car. That is a cool car. Tempting to want to buy one here and leave it here in the US. But we've got something that's an even better car, much quicker car. You've got to stay tuned for that. That's coming up. We've got virtual reality in the background. People can actually sit in that and test drive a car. And you can race it around the streets. It's pretty cool. It's fun. But yeah, this is it. This is our coverage of the Miami International Auto Show. And we've had a spectacular time. We've had a ball of a time. We've seen so many American brands. I've never seen so many brands under the one roof. Especially the American cars. I haven't been so exposed to all the Buicks and everything else that comes with them. And yeah, it's proven to be kind of fun and educational, perhaps. Something that I've got to remember is American car culture is different to the rest of the world. They make their own cars. They have so many, and they were the first to produce the car, the vehicle, with Ford. But guys, hope you enjoyed watching this. Subscribe, like, and we'll see you real soon. Cheers.